2020 was quite the year. It's one of those years that I just wanted to take a few minutes and actually make a video to reflect upon and talk about a little bit. I want to thank all of you who have followed me over the last year, have joined and subscribed and shared my videos. Without you, this channel would not have been made possible, and I'm very grateful for all of those of you who have been part of my journey and been part of my encouragement and have been part of just being there for me. Thank you so much. It was one of those years. By the way, I'm Daniel Maccaber, and it was one of those years that in many ways was one of the best years of my life. And that's unbelievable on the one hand, because so much has happened over the last year. And you've been a part of that, and so many of these videos have documented so many of the different things that took place over this last year. And I'm glad to have been a part of so many different things. From, the rallies calling for justice, the protests, the marches that I was a part of back in, March, April, early on. Or maybe it was this summer, being a part of those, sensing, feeling, and understanding the fact that we have a broken justice system, but also the whole pandemic situation of understanding what's really going on and what has happened. And we're still in the beginning stages of what appears to be here, now that we're in 2021, of a revealing of what was really going on. The story is being told for anyone that's willing to pay attention, that is willing to ascend into the fifth dimension, that is willing to pay attention to the timeline. And such controversial subjects have been part of this year, from, understanding it's very, very possible, it appears, that JFK Jr. is still alive, that he didn't die in that plane crash a few years ago. That is pretty eye-opening when you find out that stories like that were told throughout the years, even years ago, for many of us who have been alive for a little bit of a while, to examine and understand the lies that we have been told. That's been part of this year. And an opening of our eyes to that, the awakening, the great awakening that took place in 2020. A lot of people coming to realize, causing to question everything they've ever been told, their past, their beliefs, and to dig into what really has been going on over the last few years. And so we go to the other side of law and order and recognize that we have a problem. It's currently what we're under here with the mask mandate, with the vaccines coming out, with a governor here in North Carolina that wants to demand that we stay in our homes, that wants to demand that we wear our masks, that wants to demand these things that are unconstitutional. They're not part of what it is that is to be an American, to be free, to be able to govern ourselves. And for those of you that don't understand that, that means that if I decide that I would like to wear a mask for my safety and to make sure that I can help not get a virus, then I put a mask on. But for those of us that are not sick, by mandating that we wear a mask when we're not spreading anything, when reports have actually come out that shows that many of the things we've been told this year are not true. The numbers have been construed. And a lot of people are still believing the news media. That's what we do in the third dimension. We believe whatever we're told. Must be true. Everybody's saying it. And so that's all been part of this last year. But there's been healing that's been part of this last year. We all have to recognize it. We had times because of the restrictions, because of the quarantine, that we had to slow down. We weren't able to go the places we wanted to go. Conventions were canceled. Events were canceled. A lot of travel, a lot of things were canceled as part of this whole ordeal. And we begin to have to reflect and take the time to look inwardly and to begin to understand our need to work on ourselves, to love ourselves, to work on our health, to make sure that we were, you know, headed the right direction. For many of us, that was also part of our journey and our awakening. So I say for the most part, it's been a tremendous year. But over the next few days, I believe that we're going to see some things rapidly take place that are going to shock a lot of people. So I wanted to come on and just spend these few minutes to really just, I haven't dropped a video in a little while, I'll let you know I'm still alive, and I'm grateful for the shift that recently happened. Did you notice that back on the 21st of December? That was a pretty amazing shift that we went through. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And the energies have been pretty crazy these last few days. And then to go into the new year. Basically on the 21st we had the conjunction of the two planets. That was pretty amazing for those that were able to see it. The energies. But in many ways the death of the old world that day too. And there's been a shift that happened. And a lot of us are seeing and hearing things as we enter into 2021 that let us know things have changed. And with that, a lot of corruption is being removed. But it's funny what happens when you remove Satan from off the earth. People panic. And they like that chaos. They like to be stirred. They like fear. They like low vibrations for some reason. But they don't understand that when you raise the vibrations, as we get to do as a soul family, as collectives, you get to spend time with the angels without fear, being able to think clearly, questioning everything that you hear, questioning everything that has ever existed, and making sure fully that you see clearly and understand what true reality is. Because most of what we thought was true was simply an illusion, was simply a cover-up for what was really going on. So, we have a little while longer. A few more days. Keep strong. Continue forward. Govern yourselves. Don't let anybody get you down, the government or otherwise, because it's not worth it. Losing your vibrations, losing your mind, losing your soul, and losing your spirit is not the American way. It's not the free way. But the choice is really up to you what you're going to do about it. And it's a new year. So I say, continue to choose high vibrations. Continue to be excited. The future is very, very bright. As I've said all along, everything is going to be all right. Because it is. And it will be. Because we are manifesting and believing that in this year, everything is going to be better than we ever thought, for the highest good of all mankind. That corruption is going to be removed from this earth. That children will laugh and sing again in freedom. Those who have not had a voice, that have not been able to get justice, will see justice done. It is happening right now as we speak. So believe, manifest, and prepare for the new future, the new world, what is taking place all the way around the world. It's truly amazing. Thank you once again for watching my videos. If they resonate with you, subscribe, share, and hit that like button. And we will hopefully see you in maybe a few days.